you guys ready to try something new? Yeah!
Alrighty, so check it out. Today we are going to give you an amazing tour of the RV and
let you in on why we chose this lifestyle. And if you're interested, you can too.
And this is my 49th time driving the RV. Oh no.
You better watch where you're driving because you're going on the wrong side of the road.
We're going to go back and eat some lunch, so keep going.
All right. Take care of us, girl.
Try.
So when we first thought about doing this kind of a lifestyle, moving into an RV, we thought we needed like the biggest, baddest one out there with 4 slides and all the bells and whistles, and it had to be a diesel. But then with that comes a hefty price tag. So that kind of works against the lifestyle we wanted to live, which was like low overhead, travel the world. So we scrapped that idea and we said, okay, let's buy something old. We can remodel it. And actually that fits us, our personalities a lot better because we can paint it and make it colorful and all this and that. So we bought this 1999 Winnebago Adventurer, 35-foot long A-Class. And this is what we've done.
All right, the first thing we did when we got this RV is we had to get rid of the upholstery. So I went on the computer and I got on Craigslist and I found a hot rod guy. He did all of this for $2,000. And for another 600 bucks, we had the headliner redone.
So another thing that was a must that we needed to replace was the flooring. It was half vinyl, half carpet, and you know, you just don't want that. We had these like, I think they're vinyl planks or whatnot put in throughout the entire RV, the entire 300 square feet, or 350, whatever it is. Total supplies and labor, it was about 500 bucks. So that is the huge plus side of dealing with an RV, is everything is so cheap because the space is so small.
One thing I really like about living in the RV is we can go to the bathroom and eat while we're driving.
So when we decided to move into this RV, we went from a 3,000 square foot house down to 300 square foot RV. Each kid had their own bedroom and a loft. What do you do with all that stuff? Well, let's come on over here and check it out. This is basically 4 bedrooms into 4 bins. Each kid got a bin. Nixon's bin, Skylar's bin, Ryder's bin, and this bin was in the loft. So the funny thing is we went from all that space to this little amount of space, and the kids still barely use any of it.
Another thing we needed to do was replace the counters because again, they were like brown, tan, and we didn't want it. So we went to a counter shop here in Las Vegas and asked if they had any remnants because obviously we don't need much. And they did. So we got this cool white Corian tabletop counter with our cute little inlays for the sink, so it gives us more counter space. And that in total was about, for supplies and labor, $1,000.
All right, so another thing we did was repaint the whole RV. So when we got done painting everything, it was stark white in here. It looked all nice and fresh and new and modern, but it was a little bit too white. So we had to add some kind of color in here. So we painted 2 different shades of turquoise on the other wall so that it felt like the beach, because we just absolutely love the beach. Then we went back and repainted these gray to give it a little bit of a different kind of contrast. And one of my favorite things in the whole RV is this wonderful backsplash that's made out of stickers, right? So you just unstick them, put them on the wall, cut them with scissors. It's probably the easiest thing we've ever done, and I think it looks pretty awesome.
This wall right here is our travel memory wall. So we try to go everywhere we go, we get a little something.
The memory wall is really cool because we have all our memories on there.
It's really great to have them have a connection with these mementos and these memories rather than buying a bunch of toys that we end up just giving to the Goodwill in 6 months anyway, because there's no room for them here in the RV. So that's another great thing about living in an RV is there's not a lot of room in here. So every time we go to the toy store, or Walmart or whatever, I'm like, sorry kids, we can't necessarily buy that because we don't have any room for it.
Our kitchen has pretty much everything you need that a kitchen should have, right? So we got our double-sided sink, we have a 3-burner stove, oven, microwave, freezer, fridge, and that's pretty much it. That's all you really need. So our cabinets, it turns out our cabinets, we have plenty of space. We have our plates, bowls, cups, everything that we need, paper plates.
And that's all we have. That's it.
And that's all we have. We had cabinets and cabinets full of stuff that we never used, didn't need, but yet I needed to have it in those cabinets just in case one day I might want it. And I never used it. So over here we have these 3 cabinets are like the pantry. We got our ramen, of course. Everything. This is also a pull-out pantry. Another little handy knack is our little thingy wasn't working to lock it, so we did this while we're driving, so that way it doesn't pull out. But we have pantry right here. Fridge. We are vegetarians, so we eat a lot of veggies. I need to actually go shopping. Our freezer.
And is that enough space for you?
You know, being vegetarian, it kind of sucks with this small fridge because we get so much veggies and fruits and produce that, you know, it takes up most of the space in there. So Ryder apparently had to go to the bathroom, so he's...
Let's see what's going on in here. What are you doing, dude? You're ruining our video shoot. This is the most exciting part of the whole RV. Kind of, sort of. So this used to be an old tube TV because this was in 1999, so the old TV came about out to here. Definitely are not rocking an old tube TV. So we got a 40-inch flat screen, had it put in. It weighs like, I don't know, 3 pounds. It's absolutely ridiculous. But along with the flat screen, this is the whole entertainment system up here, right? So this is all the inverter, the DVD player, the surround sound. Another really cool thing that we did is the guy that did all this upholstery for next to nothing did these custom curtains. These are blackout curtains. There was old nasty accordion yellow things up here before. Kept the same tracks, just had him design a new curtain here. And yeah, put it in. Most RVs have these valances that come out like out to here. They're about this big. They take up the whole area. There's a shade and then another shade. Well, we just ripped it all out, got the whole thing, right? We got these at IKEA. We got these at IKEA for $7 each. Cut them to whatever length you want, put them in, blacks out the light. It is amazing.
Another cool thing we have is these little drawers under the under the table, and it holds like pencils and scissors and pens and markers.
It holds way too much.
And junk.
Let me see if Ryder's done in here. Oh, he's good. All right.
I really like trains and driving my RV.
This damn room is what caused the entire renovation of this RV. What we did not know when we bought this was the guy that we bought in South Carolina, and when he did a FaceTime call with us to give us a tour of the RV, he said, oh, on the outside there's a little delamination. We really didn't know what the hell that meant, what causes delamination. We're like, all right, cool. We should have done our research. So you guys, if you ever want to buy an RV, do your research. Delamination means there was water damage. Water damage can be a very bad thing with an RV. In this case, it was really bad. So what we learned was this skylight right here leaked at some point, which caused a ton of water damage on this wall, which is where the delamination is on the outside of the RV. It was completely rotted, horrible. The entire thing had to be ripped out. So we ripped out the entire bathroom, fixed the problem, and then we had to, obviously, everything that was in here was gone. We had to trash it. So.
Did you do a composting toilet?
We didn't do a composting toilet.
Why did you not do a composting toilet?
You know, I don't know. We just decided to go with the standard RV toilet.
You don't want to play with your shit after it's done?
I want to play with the poop. So, since the bathroom was pretty much brand new, we couldn't walk out of the bathroom and see everything old and original. So that's kind of what sparked the entire remodel. We go, you know what? Screw it. Let's just do the whole thing, which I'm so glad we did.
The most favorite part of the whole RV, when everybody walks in, the sign. Do not grow up because it's a trap. It's kind of our motto. It's what we live by.
With the bedroom, it was originally a queen-size bed with 2 brown nightstands, and that was pretty much it. So we ripped that out and decided to just have a master-size base built. So we have storage underneath, put a king-size bed. We knew one of the kids eventually would fall off. So we had custom foam made, wrapped in leather to fill in the sides, which now makes it a wall-to-wall bed.
Once again, once we were in our ginormous, huge house that was bigger than anything we could ever need, we had this walk-in closet that was probably about half the size of this RV. Stuffed to the gills with so much stuff. Everything's covered in dust. Our shoes are dusty. The shirts have points on the hanger spots because they haven't been worn in 6 years. So we started to get rid of all that stuff. Absolutely amazing. This is Sandy's side. She definitely doesn't want me to show you this, but I'm gonna show you anyway. So this is everything that Sandy has. I got you. This is everything Sandy has, right? That's it. That's all you need. You got 5 outfits. Who cares? You got 5 outfits. You got 5 pair of shirts. You got 5 pair of pants.
A little more than that.
Maybe 6. Who knows?
The airbrushing. So we filmed an event with this guy one time that he was airbrushing hats and shirts. We thought, how cool would it be to have him come in and paint up, because it was kind of stark back here too, and just personalize it a little more, make it a little more homey. So we asked him if he'd be interested in doing it. He was like, hell yeah. So we met him in California. He came in, took over. We painted a little tropical scene in the back because if anybody knows us, we love beaches. So each kid got to design what they wanted. Prince Ryder, of course, because we always call him Prince Ryder because he thinks he's a prince. Sky loved green at the time, and stars. Oh, she doesn't like it anymore. And then so from that, each kid started personalizing the area around it and putting up pictures. And so that's one thing that we love about this is it's just super personal and the kids get to really express themselves like throughout the entire RV.
When we first got the RV, it smelled like old man's, and it smelled like old man's farts. And then when we all replaced everything and she's so beautiful now, she smells like laundry detergent.
All right, so actually let's take a break and go check out the outside because that is the coolest part of the RV is the wrap job that we had done. Okay.
What? All right, so I know I don't look as good as Sandy, but I need some damn parts in this video too because she can't hug all the camera time. So let's start off with one of our favorite parts right here. This is all the places we've been in the United States. I think there's 37 states. Don't count me on that. If you count it, it might be off a little bit. But we've done a lot of traveling. Over the whole United States, we've got about 30,000 miles back and forth to the East Coast a few times, up north, up south, all the fun stuff. Haven't been to Florida yet though, gotta get there. We've been there, just not with the RV. All right, a question that I get all the time being a man, a macho man, right? Dude, what about your garage, man? You gotta have your garage. I had so many tools. I had chop saws, routers, table saws, air compressors, air tools, air tools, more tools, 16 different ratchet sets. You know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. So what do you do when you get an RV? You have a garage sale, you get rid of all that crap. Check this out. This is my favorite part of the RV. This is my garage right here. I've got just not that much stuff. We got a toolbox full of stuff. We got some zip ties and some lubes, and let me tell you, you could do a lot with some zip ties and some WD-40.
One of the cool things when we bought the RV was it had brand new tires. These tires are so badass that we've driven 30,000 miles now with not a problem. I don't want to jinx myself, but it's so true. Like, it's amazing getting good tires because then you don't have a blowout, bad things can happen. You know, we have kids in the RV, it always terrifies me.
Come over here, check this out, check this out. So, like I said before, we went from all the kids like crazy stuff to, this is the kids' bin right here. Hey, yo, little Roddy, you wanna play some football? But this is kind of all their toys. This is our shoes. Used to have closets and closets and closets. The downstairs closet, the upstairs closet, full of shoes, the garage is full of shoes. Now we each have around 2 to 3 pairs of shoes. I pretty much live in flip-flops the whole time, so does Sandy and the kids. We got a pair of gym shoes.
This is where the bathroom is where all of that yucky water damage was. This whole thing was like one big bubble. Like you can press on it and it pushed in about 1 inch. So we went on YouTube and looked in how to fix delamination on the outside because honestly, I'm a little neurotic and I thought the side of the RV was gonna go flying off when we were like on the highway one day traveling. So we found this guy who put like epoxy, he made holes, you can see ones right here. He made holes all over, had a straw, shoved some epoxy in there, had a piece of wood with all these 2x4s pushed up against the house to make it stick. So we did that. It didn't make it perfect, but it helped a lot. And now I feel more confident that the entire side of the RV is not gonna fly off while we're driving.
When we first get this RV, it was a 1999 sun-damaged old dog, right? So we had to take all the old stickers off of the RV. Then after that, we went to a graphic design place called Warrior Wraps. They put the new decal over the old decal. We had to peel it off. So this whole wrap actually covers the old one. And we decided, I don't know, a couple months ago to go ahead and put this trying something new on here, really start pumping out the page.
This is a funny story. Not funny, but funny now. We were on the highway driving and we hear, whoo! We hear the sound, boom! And we're like, what is that? So I look out and the awning is out while we're driving on the highway. Jimmy pulls on over and we're like, what the hell happened to this awning? I don't know, it didn't latch, whatever, but it came out. So the whole thing got twisted and jacked up. So we had to take off the old one, get a new one. That was about 1,500 bucks.
All right, that kind of wraps up the outside. So let's head it back inside and get back to Sandy giving the cool tour here.
All right, I know I'm not as good looking as Jimmy, but let's continue the tour of the inside. So I don't know about you, but a super must have for us is an ice maker. We had to replace our fridge, which the original one had an ice maker in it, but it takes up so much space in that tiny little freezer that we nixed the ice maker in the freezer and just got this little guy. And this guy pumps out a lot of ice.
So once the ice maker gets done making ice, you got to put it somewhere. So what do? That's it right there. You need some ice? Take it out of the bag, put it in your drink. You got icy drinks.
My favorite thing on the wall is the Tarja monkey because his face is smiling.
Another question we get is, where does everybody sleep in there? So pretty much this is how it works. We have our 3 kids that are so sweet and loving with each other can share this.
Oh my God, they're sleeping. What do you think, Next? Next, do you like snuggling with your brother and sister? Skylar, do you like snuggling with everybody? Show us how you snuggle.
Don't pile!
You know what? Sometimes we come here in the morning and they are snuggling with their arms around each other. So I said, they do really love each other. Oh my God.
Oh, Sky's up.
We chose to sleep on the couch out here, the pull-out couch.
So this right here turns into a queen bed. So when me and Sandy are ready to go to bed, right? We pull all this down, pull all this down, pull all this down.
You're getting crazy
I
now.
know, right? One of the cool things is with an RV, everything has dual purposes, multi-uses, right? So this right here is a lot of storage. We keep all of our bedding under here, some games and stuff like that. So let's try that again. So this is it right here. We sit down.
Yeah!
Good. Oh my God! So this is where we go to bed at night.
Believe it or not, throughout the night, at least one child will try to sleep with us on that couch.
Mostly me. Okay, while Mommy and Daddy were doing this video, I made something for the wall. It says life is amazing, and it's kind of like this one. See?
And then we bought this ukulele. We got the ukulele, we got the bongos, we got the keyboard, we have a guitar. We have an electric guitar with an amplifier. We don't know how to use any of it, but we are gonna learn.
Don't forget about the harmonica.
We got a harmonica. Yeah, so if anybody knows how to play these things, help us!
Ooh, look at my fingernails. idea.
And Jimmy, who's super handy, installed LED lights all throughout the RV.
We got 160 feet of LEDs on this RV.
Okay, since we bought these dressers from IKEA, it's not made for an RV, which means when you're driving down the road, this stuff happens. All the drawers come out, all 4 of them at the same time. So we had to figure out a way to fix that. So what we did was, Jimmy drilled these little hinge thingies, or whatever they are, on the wall. And then we got a bungee that was long enough, but still stretchy, and hook it there. So that was our little quick fix hack to help the dress stay in while we're driving.
All right, so that wraps up our RV tour.
We hope you enjoyed it.
We really do. We've been wanting to do this.
Enjoyed our RV tour.
Yeah, we've been wanting to do this for about a year, so we're so glad that we finally got to do it. let everybody in, and hopefully, you know, maybe inspire a couple people to get out there and try something new.
And so, you gotta comment down below, subscribe up above, and make sure to turn on your notification button so you don't miss one of our videos.
So the kids have their own YouTube channel, so they say that for every single video.
Bye.
So they got it pretty scripted down.
Ready?
Bye. Let's go, guys. Let's go.
Yeah, oh, floss, Nixie, floss. Everybody
Follow us on Instagram. Like us on Facebook. Subscribe to YouTube.